All right, so now offices of the Master of the High Court across the country will be closed today to allow the Special Investigating Unit to investigate allegations of maladministration, corruption and fraud. Matters that the Master's Office deals with include deceased estates, liquidations, the registrations of trusts, as well as, children. SIU spokesperson Kaizer Kganyago joins us now in studio to give us some insights into the envisaged investigations. Thanks so much for joining us. I almost said welcome back.
Thank you very much.
All right, so this is a pretty serious thing to have for offices of the Master to be shut down across the country.
No, definitely. I think it is the department's way of saying we need to get to the bottom of this rot. And because they had asked us to go into the offices to go and get the documents that we need for the investigation, and we were afraid that some of these documents might be tampered with. That is why it was important to close all the offices and get our teams to go in all the 15 Master of the High Court offices in the country to go and get these documents that we need.
What triggered the investigation? What sort of things came to light?
There were a lot of things that were reported in the media, some went in Parliament. I think there was a big case that everybody knows about in Mpumalanga, which is already in the court systems, where it is alleged that one person stole about 1.7 million rand from the coffers there. And all of those things together necessitated that we look into the whole investigation into the Masters. And even in offices where these things were not reported, we felt we needed to go into all of them. That is why then we did the proclamation that the President signed to give us powers to investigate all of those issues in all of these Masters' offices.
All right. And how far wide, you said across the country, how many offices are we looking at, and staff probably that are now just waiting?
Yeah, we have 15 Masters of the High Court offices throughout the country. We got into the offices yesterday at about 3, and we managed to do most of them. By this morning, we had done 90% of them, but there were some offices that we had not started. Like this morning, we were sending our people to Thohoyandou, which we had not done yesterday because of time. And we had Kimberley, which was done also today, like Thohoyandou. We have at P East London and Grahamstown, which were also done together with Pietermaritzburg today. But we can assure everybody that by the end of business today, we would have done everything that we needed to do to get the information. And then we get into the next phase of analyzing all these documents. And documents, I mean electronic and printed. And then we'll analyze and look at the issues. But we're also using this opportunity to say to the public, because these offices are used by the members of the public, they are the ones who know what is going on. And we are saying, talk to us as the SIU. We have got a toll-free number, which is 0800 037 774. If they phone that number and tell us what the issues are, where they are in the Master's office, we'll be able to get to the bottom of it and make sure that all these matters are cleared within a short space of time.
Is there a danger that there is a number of Master's decisions that could be unsafe as a result of what's been going on?
Definitely, because with the kind of information that we get, we find that in some instances, you must understand that these offices deal with the vulnerable groups. For an example, there are instances where they deal with people who cannot manage their own finances because of maybe they've got mental problems or whatever. And sometimes they use that condition of the people against them. And we then look at liquidations, for example. You find that a company maybe might have been liquidated without proper processes being followed. But we don't only look at that. We also look at fruitless expenditure that might have been incurred. We also look at bogus employees that might have been created. We look at all of those issues that are there. That is a total and widespread kind of investigation that we're doing.
How far back are you going?
The proclamation says we must look from the 1st of January 2014 up until the date of the publication of the proclamation, which was yesterday.
All right. What inspired that date?
Obviously, it was a basic principle of looking at the kind of allegations that we have, and then we then say, let us look at when the issues started to be serious, and then we look from there. But that doesn't mean, if you read the proclamation, It says from this date to that date, or any date before and any date after. Because in some instances you find that you're investigating something and it takes you to before 2014. You can't now say because I'm here to there, I can't go back there. But some of the things might occur after the date of yesterday, but they are linked to the others. Therefore, you then are allowed to go and investigate all of those.
How do you think this was able to happen? Doesn't the Auditor General audit the office of the Master?
No, they do, but you know, people who have criminal activities, especially those that have been there for a while, they are able to manipulate the system, go against the PFMA. We see it every day in our investigations in municipalities and everywhere else, because there are sometimes clauses that are put in this acts that are meant for something else, but people are using them for something different. And all of those things happen, but unfortunately, we have to get to the bottom of it, and it is our duty as mandated by the Constitution and the SIU Act to deal with these things.
Phase 2, how long do you think that'll take?
It depends, because we've taken so many documents, and if we're getting more information from the public, it will depend, but we're committing that we will really deal with this thing as quick as possible, because we do not want to disrupt the lives of ordinary people, but we'll make sure that as soon as possible we will do it, and we commit to that.
All right, Mr. Kganyago, we're going to have to leave it there, but thanks very much indeed for joining us. Great talking to you again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue with SA Today, and we'll have business news for you with